Hey y'all, how are y'all doing today? Peace on earth and love and light to you. I am Gabrielle Ether and welcome to my channel. So we're doing a pick a card reading for what does Yahweh feel about me? How does he feel about me? How does Yahweh see me? I'm trying to get out of saying he, y'all, because I don't feel like the creator is like he or she. But anyways, because a subscriber asked me to do it and I was like, okay, good idea. I'll go ahead and do it. So they asked me to do this video. No, they were like, I would like to know how Yahweh feel about me. It's pretty much what they said. And then I was like, okay, you know what? I'll do a video on it. So that's how it went. So let's see. And I thought it would be cool to ask Yahweh, like the creator in itself, you know, to see what the creator actually thought. I think there's readings out there about spiritual guides and ancestors and stuff like that, but not about Yahweh or God, who you would call God, the creator, whatever you call your creator. So here we go. We have 4 cards this time. I usually have 3, but I heard do 4 today. We're gonna put some crystals here and I'm just going to pick them out right now. And I'm gonna pick out this red jasper and I want to sit you right here. I'm gonna pull out this crazy lace agate and I'm gonna put it here. I'm gonna pull out the rhodonite and I'm gonna put it here, and then this desert rose quartz, how does it go, this desert rose, and I'm gonna put it there. So you guys pick which one you ever you want to pick. There will be timestamps. And are y'all ready? Okay, I already know y'all were already every time I say that, I pick the hardest things to say, y'all, knowing me and my words, but y'all were already ready. Y'all were waiting on me, right? Okay, let's go. So for those of you guys who were drawn to this crazy lace agate right here, here are your cards. You have um the rainbow. Oh, pretty. The medicine wheel. And you didn't pick this one, the council. So let me tell you guys what how Yahweh feel about you. First of all, Yahweh is saying, I gave you a very big calling. You have a lot of responsibility on your life. And like that saying that goes, I knew you before you were formed in your mother's womb, and I called you to be a prophet to the nations. For some of you guys, it is just that it's prophecy, it's being a seer, it's being a psychic, whatever you want to call it. And but some of you guys, but what I'm really hearing is like I'm just getting shaman vibes. I am getting like ascended master vibes, and if you guys are not familiar with ascended masters, they're just, they're all about wisdom, and they were just sitting here to guide us and show us the correct way to go. Thank you. Wisdom. And show us how to make wise decisions. There were people who came before us, and then we do have some ascended masters that are walking this earth right now, and you guys are one of them. And that's what I'm really thinking. Yahweh is saying, Yahweh thinks a lot of you because you are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen, and you are one of the chosen. So Yahweh just sees you as like this, as one that he gave a lot of responsibility, a big responsibility to. You would lead and show many people the way. Yahweh is saying that Yahweh is going to give you, well, you have great responsibility, and Yahweh is saying that okay, y'all, let me just say this. I had to pause it because I had to sit my daughter straight. She was doing the most. But Yahweh is saying you're just one that was given that has been given great wisdom, and you will help a lot of people. You will set a lot of people free. Yahweh said there is wisdom that has not been yet on this earth yet, that has not been in the minds of any human on this earth yet. And Yahweh is saying that I'm going to give that wisdom to you, and some of that wisdom you already have. You guys have great minds. I'm sure a lot of people tell you guys how highly intellectual you are, because you really are. Yahweh just see you as beautiful as a rainbow, someone who can just do all things, but I'm looking at this rainbow, and the first thing I heard was chakra. So some of you guys are going to be teaching people how to balance their chakras. I think specifically is chakras specifically. And you're also going to show people, you're going to have a lot of wisdom. You're going to show people how to heal. You're gonna be like a like a doctor somewhat, but not a doctor, because this is all about healing people naturally. And you're gonna show people how to use all types of different medications, but it will be a natural it will be natural medicines and natural ways of healing, because it's not all about just putting things inside your body. Sometimes it's about healing your mind, and you guys are just great healers. You're gonna show people how to be healed from different type of diseases, like I said, using different herbs and everything, natural treatments, and showing people how to be healed from different mind battles, showing people how to use things like binaural beats, and I just heard Kundalini out of nowhere. You're gonna help people tap into their Kundalini and awaken their Kundalini. You're gonna do Reiki. You're gonna just be a great master. So that's what I'm hearing, ascended master, because you're gonna have you're gonna really master a lot of these things, okay? And the thing is, I don't know if you guys all the way know it. You probably hear these things, but like, I don't know if that's me. I don't think a lot of you guys have quite yet tapped into this gift yet. But Yahweh is like, you're chosen, and that's how I see you. Yahweh really adores you. See you as beautiful as a rainbow. Something as beautiful as a rainbow. Something as rare, even though it's kind of like rainbows are not rare, but they don't come around too often. And that's what Yahweh has said, that I made you rare. I put you on this earth, and you're someone that does not come around too often. It doesn't matter how many people were drawn to this card. Think about all the people in the world, and out of the people that were drawn to this card, that makes you extremely rare and extremely just special. Okay, so hey, that's a good reading. That's a great reading, because this reading right here, those of you guys who were drawn to that crystal, you are really special, okay? And very different. As different as this crazy lace right here. I love this because I just think it's so different, and I think it's so beautiful. So yeah, and that's all, y'all. Let me know down in the comment section if you want me to do videos like this again. This is one that I could do it again, actually. So let me know. Let me know what you guys thought about it. I love to hear from you guys. And that's all. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe so we can become a part of each other's tribe. Bye. Now, for those of you guys who were drawn to this desert rose here are your cards. Let's see who most people will call God. See you. I prefer to say Yahweh. Middle world, huh? Wind. Okay. Earth. Huh. So, this is how Yahweh see you. Immediately I heard deer, because when I put out the video, I don't know when I'm going to put it out, sometime soon. Shh, Israel. It's going to be, I wouldn't be surprised if y'all were just led to like one of the very earthy type of animals. And the deer is very earthy, okay? And you guys, I see you being like, don't be alarmed if you do not study this type of work, but witches, okay? Witches, or some may say soothsayers, some may say root workers. So, and Yahweh is saying, that's the gift I gave you. I gave you a gift to be able to, it's like, this is definitely a channel message, because I'm saying something that I don't even really, that I'm not even familiar with. But Yahweh has set you, the type of gift you have is like, you'll be able to stand like an intercessor, stand between worlds and actually fight between the good and the bad, and actually bring balance to this world some type of way. You have a gift of balance. You're able to stand in the middle ground. You're able to bring light when the light needs to come. You're able to bring the darkness when the darkness needs to come. Now, with that being said, let me tell y'all what this means when you're able to bring the darkness when the dark needs to come. And I'm not saying that you operate in darkness, because I am one. I tell you all the time, I do not teach that at all. But there is a time where, like, the earth definitely needs balance, okay? And I see you being like the wind, some of you guys may be earth signs, and I kind of feel like an earth sign needs to have this ability. Like, it needs to be an earth sign to do this. You have to have this grounding energy, and if you don't spend a lot of time being grounded, then do it. Okay, I have to pause the video, but I just feel like this should be Yahweh is saying that an earth sign or someone who's really grounded would be the best person for this job. Earth sign or air sign, but I really feel like that you're an earth sign, or the majority of you guys are earth signs who are drawn to this particular reading right here. And but the way that you're going to do this is that there's always a yin and a yang, you guys. The world needs balance. The world can't be all evil. The world definitely can't be all good. There has to be balance in the world in some type of way. The type of gift that you have, you know when to pull from. It's something my friend always tell me, and I heard it on the movie Doctor Strange, when Doctor Strange is the lady that he learned from, I forgot, whatever you would call her, she was talking about how sometimes she has to pull energy from the dark side, something like that. And you guys will kind of have to learn how to do that. But what I'm saying is, you don't operate in that energy. You just have to know how to, when you're in a situation and the situation is chaotic, and say everything in this situation seems like it's going to, like, too much like a right, if I'll say that. Like, there can definitely be deceivery in that. I'll give you guys an example, like, because I don't want nobody to be like, oh, what is she saying? Like, everything can't be just all good. What I'm saying is, my friend gave me an example earlier today, and I would have never thought that I would use this. If the speed limit is 70 and everybody is going 70 on the road, that will cause confusion. Like, that will cause some accidents. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's just like that, y'all. That's why there are people who are going to go slower. That's why there are people who are going to go faster, because that actually creates balance. So if you are in a situation where everything was just going one way, you'll definitely know how to pull from this side that's saying, okay, somebody kind of have to get a little, like, I have to kind of make this situation go a little, I'm trying to say this the way it won't sound like you just being messy, because I'm not saying that at all, but I think you guys know what I'm saying. Like, you would definitely be the one that's saying, okay, you need to go faster, you know. Like, I know what this says, I know what the road says, but I know what the law says, but you need to go faster, you know. And then, you know, something without breaking the law. But, you know, if you have this job, hey, you got to do what you got to do if you have this type of job. But, you know, what Yahweh gave you. And I believe you guys know what I'm talking about. But, and then you also have to be the one to tell people. And I think you guys have been in situations like this before, too. And you guys know what I'm talking about. So, without me just having to say stuff, you have to be the person sometimes to say, hey, you slow down. And y'all go 70, but you go 80, and then you go 65. Because, like, in order for, you know, the cars to drive right, like, what would that look like, you guys? Like, what would happen if everybody was going one speed? It's almost impossible, you know, for everyone to just go one speed, because it's like, you know, somebody, you know, behind you, you know, somebody behind you, like, they're not going to be able to even, you know, they're not going to be able to just stay behind you going that speed. Someone is going to get restless, or someone is just going to say, oh no, they're going too slow, you know, or something like that. It's just not possible for everyone to go one speed. Somebody's going to be going like 71 if everyone on the road is going one speed. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not. Me and my friend was talking about like balance today, and so it's funny, but hey, that would actually be balance. But yeah, that would actually bring balance just for some people to go a little faster and get around that person that's going slow, you know, or, you know, the person's car who you know, starts rattling when it reaches 70. You know what I'm saying? So hey, that's just how the world works. So it's not that I'm saying you have to bring confusion, but you definitely know how to make situations be at balance. And hey, that is a great calling, because it's something that I've never even really heard of before, but I've seen people do that. When now that I think about it, I've seen people, like, I know people that it seems like that's what they do. They just bring balance to everything, and that's what you guys are. And y'all always saying, that's how I see you, because that's how I made you. So a very special person. Also, I'm looking at these images, and I'm seeing that Yahweh is saying, like, as much as, and I kind of feel like that. People probably feel like, since you are kind of like a mediator, kind of like an intercessor, and it seems like you just kind of, it's just you naturally, you just jump into situations and like, you know what, I'm going to control this situation. I know how to bring balance to the situation. People probably would look at you like a mess starter when that's not what you are. You actually like a balancer. You like to bring balance to things, you know. And so, you know what? Are you a Libra? Because that's an air sign, not an earth sign, but actually an air sign. So Libras are like that. And but Yahweh is saying, I don't even see you like that. I see you for who you are. And Yahweh is saying, I see you as this peaceful, because it looks peaceful. It looks like a strong person. And Yahweh is like, this is how I see you. I see you strong, but yet gentle. I see you for who you are. You know, other people might get you mixed up, and other people might say, you know what, this person is messy, this person is nosy, like to be in everybody's business, person is kind of like two-faced or something. But Yahweh's like, no, I made you and I know who you are and I see you for who you are. And I see that you are kind, you are gentle, and you don't want nothing else but peace. That's why you're all about balance, because you really know how to bring about peace. And in order to bring about peace, balance is just not the status. You can't go by balance, going by the status quo. It's like, that there's something special about balance, and you understand that, hey, sometimes there is a good and there is a bad in order to bring balance. So yeah, so y'all let me know, is this you? Am I talking about you guys? Let me know in the comment section below, and let me know if you want me to do another video like this. Let me know down in the comment section below. That's all, y'all. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe so we can become a part of each other's tribe. Bye. So for those of you guys who were drawn to this rhodonite, here are your cards. Okay, and my daughter said this one was calling her. She was drawn to this too. Now, she is so young. I don't know if it's going to like explain her or not, because she's so young, but she said she want to know what Yahweh thinks about her. I'm like, okay, well, pick one, and she picked that one. Okay, so let me show you guys your cards. You got Beauty Way. Okay. You got Crow. The Staff. Okay, I immediately know what this is saying. Okay. You're really intimidating. You are really intimidating. We got 4, 4, 4. This is your message. If you're here, this is your message, okay? Because when I see fours is saying that this is divinely guided. This is a divinely guided message, okay? And it means you are supposed to be here. Crows is a symbol that's just basically saying speak your mind. If a crow is your spirit animal, then you probably are the type to just speak your mind all the time. Like, you don't care. You probably don't got no chill. Sometimes the crow comes into your life to tell you to speak your mind, but the energy that I'm getting here, especially right here along with this staff, you're like Moses, okay? That's what you're going to be. You're going to lead a lot of people. So you're very beautiful. With this Beauty Way card here, that's the first thing I heard. One thing, we all think our children are beautiful. My daughter, she's very pretty. And she gets compliments everywhere she goes about her looks, to where she asked me one day, she said, Mama, is my nickname beautiful? And I said, well, you have a lot of nicknames. And so I said, why? And she said, 'cause people call me beautiful. So people call me beautiful, and you call me beautiful. I'm like, yeah, you get compliments everywhere you go. We were waiting on the bus one day, and a lady came up and she said, do you know what a blessing it is to have a daughter that beautiful? And I said, thank you. Yes, she is a blessing. She's very peculiar child. No, but yes, she's a blessing. And but let's talk about physical beauty for a minute here. When you have those people, you do have those people who are one of great beauty, and it seems like a lot of people don't like to, because I don't like to really get into it either. I can be, sometimes, you guys, I get to talking about myself like on Facebook or something. I can be kind of arrogant. But in this case, I'm just talking about, how people just don't really like to talk about beauty. Let's talk about physical beauty. A lot of you guys who were drawn to this probably have this great beauty about yourself, and the reason you have this great beauty is because you are here to be like a Moses. You were like, because when I look at that staff, the staff is like all about leading people. It's like, because Moses had like a staff or something like that when he was leading people. So that's what I hear. Okay, so when I see that staff, I hear leader. So it might say something different in the book, but that's what I hear. Okay. And so, and so, unfortunately, people like to look at good looking things. So when you have the gift of having to stand up in front of a lot of people and lead them, then Yahweh most likely have to make you one of great beauty. So let's, like I said, let's talk about physical beauty a little bit here. Don't don't dull your shine, okay? Don't just feel like you just have to be, you don't have to be arrogant. Like I said, I talk crazy like that sometimes because that's just how I am. So you don't have to talk like that. But I'm saying, a lot of people, when they have like great beauty, they just be like, oh, okay, yeah, I know. Well, they don't probably would never say I know, but they're probably like, yeah, okay, thank you. They don't like to brag on themselves. But I think a lot of people tell you how beautiful you are, and some of you guys probably don't even know it, okay? And you probably just, look at yourself like the average person, or like, yeah, I know that I'm not, unattractive, but the way people talk about me sometimes, I'm like, I just don't get it. you know and but Yahweh actually gave you this blessing, like the lady told me, of one of beauty, because you're chosen to stand up in front of a lot of people. And that's why, even though there are a lot of people who are chosen to stand up in front of a lot of people, and they look, all kinds of ways, nothing is wrong with that. You don't have to be, just so beautiful, to stand up in front of people, um, but just think about celebrities. A lot of them are like really beautiful people, like think of like Beyonce, um, or so who else do I think is really beautiful? Jennifer Lopez, um, Brad Pitt, people, like I said, there are all different types of all celebrities, all different type of actresses that look all kinds of ways. But usually, Angelina Jolie, when you see those people with great beauty, it's like they're a lot of times they stand up in front of people, and they're chosen to look like that. You were chosen to look like that. So don't be ashamed. Don't dull your shine. Just stand up and be like, thank you, and just, hey, know you're beautiful. You don't have to, be arrogant or anything. But I just don't want you to dull your shine, is what I'm saying. I don't want you to do that just because you're one of great beauty. And and I feel like I keep looking at this crow, because people look at crows as like a ugly bird. And I don't know if you think of yourself like that. And even though people tell you you're beautiful, you like, no, I'm a crow, but I think crows are pretty birds, and then some of you guys are just like peculiar, like a crow, or have like a beauty like a crow that's like peculiar, and like really different. But you actually were chosen to look this way because it's for you to actually stand up in front of a lot of people. You're going to lead a lot of people. And unfortunately now, people are more receptive to good looking people, and that's why you were chosen with this beauty. And I feel like I have to really stress this about physical beauty, because a lot of you guys are probably just like, I think you guys have been kind of like not bullied in a way, but kind of bullied in your past, and you face a lot of hardships because you look a certain kind of way. Because let's be honest, when you have great beauty, a lot of people, they don't like that. They will hate on you when you're pretty, when you're really handsome, they will hate on you, okay? Like, people seems like they just don't like people who look good for some reason. So, hey, we got all fours here, and that's why this message is out. Message is out here. I've seen a lot of people who was just like really, really beautiful, and they had like really low self-esteem, and I kind of feel like it's because they can't really handle the fact that when they go everywhere, everywhere they turn, somebody's like, oh my gosh, you're so pretty, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. I think if they get to the point where they can't handle it and they just don't even want to believe it, and so it's just something that's not talked about a lot. It's something that people, and then it's something that like when people feel like that they're not beautiful. Well, some people feel like they're not beautiful or they're not attractive, then, they try to do things to themselves to make themselves look a certain kind of way. And when a lot of times they don't even have to do that. A lot of times it be those who are just really pretty people, really beautiful people, really handsome men who do things to themselves because thinking that they don't look that good when they're actually one of those who are like one of those with like great beauty. So yeah, we want me to tell you guys how chosen you are, how special you are, and the reason why you look so good is actually a gift. Okay, I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter and she came out of my belly now. Before I had her, I was like 9 weeks pregnant, y'all. I did not know if it was a girl or a boy. Well, they hadn't told me yet. I always said I had a girl. And this baby came out of me, and the baby was just before me. I thought it was the prettiest little thing. I was like, are you my baby? I thought it was the prettiest little thing I had ever seen. I couldn't believe that was my baby. Now, when I had her in real life, I thought she just looked funny. I was like, she looks funny. She looks like her father. Even though everybody always talk about how handsome he is, but whatever. I was like, she looks like her father. I didn't think that when I had her, even though she did look like the vision, she did. But hey, this is y'all's gift, and this message is coming out so you can actually receive it, because a lot of people don't talk about beauty. They just don't. They don't want to say, hey, you're chosen because you're this or you're that. A lot of people just don't want to get into that. They want to say that you're strong and you're courageous and then you're wise and all that other good stuff. That is great. All that stuff is great. Okay, I had to pause the video again. But yeah, I just feel like a lot of people do not talk about that, when a lot of people actually have struggles with that. They actually have struggles. Like, I have a friend who is so pretty, and she always asks me, why do her in-laws treat her a certain kind of way? And I tell her, girl, because you pretty. She cannot fathom that. And I'm like, really? Like, that's what the spirit is telling me. They treat you like that because you're pretty. And then, like, a lot of people actually go through hardships in lives because of their looks. That's like they're so ashamed of themselves. You have those who are just really arrogant, because they know they look good, so they just get really arrogant. And then you have those who people have to tell them they're beautiful because they just don't want to accept how beautiful they are. I have another friend, like, I just think she is gorgeous. I don't think she sees it. I don't think she see it, and everybody tell her that. Like, I don't think she see it because the stereotype that people have when people are like overweight or something, the stereotypes of that. So I think she knows that she's cute, but I don't think she knows how gorgeous she is. And I think that's the problem with a lot of people with great beauty. Like, they just don't want to see it because people don't talk about that. People don't look at it like it's a gift. People don't want to say it's a gift. Why? Because it sounds vain. But hey, when you're chosen to lead a lot of people, that's kind of why. When you have to stand up in front of a lot of people physically, that's kind of why. that's kind of why. And I have to spend a lot of time talking about this because I really want you guys to, I really want to convey this message. So how do Yahweh see you? For one, beautiful like everybody else do, but inside and out, because look at the gift that Yahweh gave you. Like, you definitely have a gift like Moses, okay? So some of you guys probably have throat chakra issues just like Moses. I know my daughter do. I know y'all know I do. I say it all the time too. So which means that it could be overactive. And look at this, and I keep calling this an ammonite because it looks like it, ammonite. And I was telling people on the animal video that I already did it, so I need to post it to get an ammonite. And I was also saying no, I'm saying now. Stop. I'm saying now. I'm fussing at my baby, y'all, my daughter. But also work on your throat chakra, because some of you guys probably have overactive because you just tell people how it is and it's overactive. Some of you guys balance it out, because it's like underactive. You need to stand up for yourself. You need to somewhat tell it like it is. You need to. That's what the crow is for, okay? And especially if you have the gift where you're gonna talk to a lot of people. Okay, you're gonna be like Moses. You're gonna be like revolutionary. You're gonna I actually see your name in magazines as saying like, this is the next big the next big leader. This is the next who, like Michelle Obama. And I don't mean it like president's wife, but I do mean it like, how she's just like an influencer now. That's what I think. You guys are just going to be the next big thing, the next big influencer. I actually see your name like in magazines and stuff like that. So get used to it. And when somebody say you're beautiful, just say thank you and know it. Okay? So yeah, I don't want you guys to feel ashamed about your beauty any longer. You were given that beauty, and it's actually a gift. And I'm probably the only reader that'll tell y'all that. I haven't even seen a video yet where anybody talk about physical beauty, but they will. I have seen videos that say, oh yeah, you probably have Venus in this and this and this, whatever, and that means that you're really beautiful, or they say something like that. But yeah, so don't dull your shine. And that's all. Y'all, I want to know your story. And if you're who I'm talking about, then you probably ain't gonna tell me nothing in the comment section, because you're gonna still be humble, which you should. But yeah, so I hope you guys took something from this lesson. Yeah, Yahweh thinks a whole lot about you, especially if Yahweh made you a Moses. And that's all, y'all. Continue to come across me and subscribe so we can become a part of each other's tribe. Bye. So, for those of you guys who were drawn to this red jasper right here, these are your cards. Let's see what God, your creator, Yahweh, thinks of you. Coyote. The Witness, the Smoky Mirror, the Gatherer. Y'all, let me just take out the energy of this right here. Your reading is going to be different from what does Yahweh think about you. Yahweh is saying, I can tell you what I think about you. I can tell you who you are, but you don't know who you are. And I can't really tell you what I think. What I think about you is like Yahweh said, I can tell you who you are, but I can't really tell you what I think about you, because you don't, you have to spend more time with Yahweh, okay? So if this doesn't resonate, then just pick another one, or just don't, you don't have to be on this just pick another one, or if you feel like this video is not for you, maybe the video is not for you, because I'm really picking up the energy of Yahweh is saying that Yahweh knows how Yahweh made you, and know who you are, but you don't know who you are yet. So Yahweh is like, you have yet to, it's like you have yet to tap into your power, and you don't spend a lot of time with Yahweh. And I don't know if you barely believe in a creator, that could be one reason why, and maybe that's why you're here, because Yahweh is like, you need to form a relationship with me. But this is what Yahweh thinks about you. So I know what I'm going to say. I know what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to think of how to say it. First of all, Yahweh is saying that Yahweh made you to be like, you have a great mind, like coyotes, really smart, intelligent. They're known to be tricksters, but they're very intelligent. That's one reason why. And maybe you guys kind of have like the personality of a coyote, probably like always joking, but you're very intelligent, highly intelligent people. Yahweh says you're very big-hearted people. You like to share. You like to give. You like to help people out. One of your gifts is to be kind of like a helper to people. And Yahweh is saying, use the spirit animal of a coyote. Look that up, because coyotes really help you decipher through confusing things to build this business of help. So this is like, looking at this witness and the gatherer. This is like a homeless shelter. This is like a place for battered women, children. You're like a helper. It's like you're the type that will, give your last, give food to the hungry, give money to the poor. And Yahweh is like, that's what I made you, and that's who you are. Yahweh is saying Yahweh sees you as who Yahweh made you, how you were made. Yahweh sees you how you were made, how Yahweh made you, as someone who's supposed to be this great helper, someone with a great mind. But with that being said, you haven't showed him. I'm trying to get out of saying him or her, but you have not showed Yahweh who you are, because you don't have a relationship. And work on having a relationship. Work on praying more. Or some of you guys probably lost the relationship somewhere along the way. So work on praying more and meditating more. Just sitting down. Watching that video that I made, an interview with God, could probably help you. And ask, do like I do. Like that, when I did when I did that interview, like I was asking questions that, like there was questions that, like I've been asking questions like that before. Like Yahweh told me a long time ago, question everything. Like, question me. That's how you get to know me. Just ask questions, and then Yahweh will give you those answers if you feel like you don't really know Yahweh. But that's the gift that Yahweh gave you, and that's who you're supposed to be. But Yahweh is saying that that Yahweh see you as like a great warrior, as someone who is really strong and that can take a lot. Yeah, he sees you as someone who just, you know, not easily persuaded to do the wrong thing. Someone who's just really strong and really smart. I hear Yahweh saying, I'm proud of you. Like, I'm proud of you though. Oh, I look down, it's 4444. Like I said on the other message, that means that oh my gosh, that means that this message is divinely guided, okay? That means you're supposed to be here to hear this message right now. So some of you guys, yeah, please work on your relationship. And if you don't need to work on your relationship, then just receive everything else that I'm saying. Because Yahweh is actually saying, I'm proud of you though. Like, I've seen the things that you've accomplished, and I've seen you take up for people who need to be taken up for. I see you guys are probably like the type that like to help the little man out. And Yahweh is like, I've seen you do those things, even though you don't have a great relationship with me. Like, I've seen you do that, and I'm proud of you for that. Now, religious people will probably tell you he all mad and everything, but Yahweh ain't mad. Yahweh is not like that at all. Yahweh understands that, like, some people just don't have the opportunity or just don't have the mind to get to know Yahweh. But if you use him and utilize him, or probably came from a religion that says that you have to talk to Jesus first or talk to other angels and everything before you get to Yahweh, but that's not true. But Yahweh is saying, get to know who you are more. Get to know what your gifts are more. So I've kind of given you guys the things, how Yahweh see you, and how Yahweh see you is how you are. That's who you are supposed to be. And so this is basically saying that you should get to know yourself more, get to know your gifts more, and also build a relationship with Yahweh more, okay? So, but like I said, if it don't resonate, then don't pay attention to it. Just take the parts that do, and the parts that don't, then hey, you know, just leave it. So, but yeah, I hope you guys did receive something out of that message. For those of you guys that do have a relationship with Yahweh, and if you don't, then hey, I hope you receive the message for you to start to build a relationship and get to know Yahweh better. It is very beneficial. You guys will see. So let me know down in the comments, is this your story? Do you have any questions for me when it comes to this particular spread right here? Now, you know, anything that's just like a bunch of questions or something like that, it will be a personal reading. I have to tell people that. But just something that you probably was just confused about, like something simple, then yeah, I'll try to help you. And that's all, y'all. Continue to come and grow with me and subscribe so we can become a part of each other's tribe. Bye.